Hey gamers, welcome back to Creative Gamers. Finally, the new Aps3e 1.31 emulator update is here. This is the first and best PS3 emulator for Android, making a comeback after a long break. The developer Inu, who's been focusing on his Xbox 360 emulator project Aps3e, is back to improve Aps3e, and this latest update looks really promising. In this video, I'll show you the setup, best settings, and gameplay tests to see how PS3 games perform on mobile. If you enjoy it, don't forget to like the video. Before we start, here's what you'll need. The latest Aps3e 1.31 emulator, PS3 firmware, a GPU driver for Snapdragon users, and your PS3 games. It supports all major formats. Make sure these files are ready for a smooth setup. Once you've installed the emulator, open it up and you'll see a setup wizard. Tap on Next Step to begin. It'll first ask for the firmware file. Select Install Firmware and choose the firmware from your phone's storage. Once that's done, the emulator will move to the next step and ask for your ISO directory, where your PS3 games are stored. Set this or skip this step for later. Next, when it asks for a font file, simply select from firmware, and the emulator will automatically use the fonts from your firmware. After that, it will ask for a GPU driver. If you're using a Snapdragon processor, choose your GPU driver from your storage. If your device isn't Snapdragon-based, uncheck the Use Custom Driver option. That's it. The quick setup is complete, and you'll land on the home screen. Now let's add some PS3 games. From the home page, open the menu and tap Add Game File. You can add .ppg, .rap, or .edat files directly, and if you have ISO format games, just go to Set ISO Directory and select the folder where your game ISOs are saved. Wait a few minutes for the app to scan and load the titles. Once that's done, all your PS3 games will appear on the home screen, ready to launch. Next, let's go through the best settings to get the best possible performance. Head to Menu, Settings and open Core Settings first. Set the PPU decoder to Recompiler, LLVM. Set PPU threads to max 8 and max LLVM compile threads to 8. Leave everything else as default. Then go back and open video settings. Set your resolution to 720x480 for balanced performance. Set shader precision to low and turn on right color buffers. This can fix some minor glitches in certain games. Enable stretch to display area and make sure strict rendering mode is turned off. Scroll down and set resolution scale to 60. After that, open the Vulkan section, tap adapter and select your Adreno GPU, for example, Adreno 740. Set VRAM to around 6GB and make sure Force Max Clocks is turned on. Lastly, back to video settings and scroll down to performance overlay settings, enable it, and set detail level to low. This option isn't necessary but helps you monitor FPS and performance during gameplay. Now that we're all set, let's test a few games and see how well they run on this new update. I first tested the Sonic PS3 game, and as expected, it took some time to compile the PPU modules on the first launch. That's completely normal. It might crash the first time, but once you reopen it, the game runs fine. This game is working smoothly at 60 FPS as usual, and the emulator actually becomes more stable over time as it compiles shaders and optimizes the files. Next, I tried God of War 3 demo, and the results were really impressive. Before, on my Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, I only got around 5 to 7 FPS, but now, with this new update, I'm seeing about 15 to 20 FPS during combat and up to 25 FPS in open areas. I'm not sure if it's because of the emulator update or the new turnip GPU driver, but it's definitely a noticeable improvement. Lastly, I tested Spider-Man: Edge of Time, and while it crashed once at first, it launched perfectly on the second try. Inside the game, I got around 30-40 FPS, and during intense fighting scenes, it held steady at around 20 FPS. It's not completely smooth yet, but it's still really impressive to see PS3 level gameplay running directly on a mobile device. Overall, this new Aps3e 1.31 update feels more optimized, more stable, and much smoother. It's great to see the emulator getting back on track after being inactive for so long. And that wraps up today's video. The Aps3e 1.31 update is a huge step forward. Better performance, improved stability, and easier setup all around. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below what PS3 game you want me to test next. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay creative, gamers.